Disclaimer: the video you are about to see has content that contains swearing, substance referencing, violence, and or partial on-screen nudity. If you are a person under 13 years of age, do not watch this video by order of COPPA. In general, if you are over 13 but are sensitive, you may exit this video and find a nice wholesome video to watch. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey there guys, Jordan here, back with another reaction video, and it's going to be another death battle, and this death battle is going to be Thor versus Vegeta. This could be interesting, the battle of the two princes. Well, let's see how this battle goes then.
Thor, the god of thunder, and Vegeta, the prince of all Saiyans. The sky shakes when they appear, and the earth trembles when they approach.
They sure do.
Contain the power of these two gods of war, or their egos. Each is an eye boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's get started. First up, Thor.
Thunder cracks, the heavens rumble, lightning blinds your eyes. You look up to the sky and pray for mercy because Thor is angry. Well, you would have if you were a Viking. Nowadays, we don't have time for myths and legends. Oh, don't we? For in the modern mythology of Marvel Comics, the Norse god of thunder was reborn. And I'd wager this Thor is a hell of an upgrade. The son of the All-Father Odin, Thor lived the life of a warrior prince, battling all men.
Full name, Thor Odinson. Age, many millennia. So he's millions of years old, I take it. Or thousands. Height, 6'6", 198 centimeters. Weight, 640 pounds, 290.3 kilograms. Prince of Asgard, god of thunder. Founding member of the Avengers. Current owner of the Odin Force. Greatest foe, Noob Master 69. Okay, I had no idea his greatest foe was some sort of internet troll. But what can you do?
Manner of magical foe for thousands of years. That is, until he got a little too big for his britches. So to teach him a lesson about humility and compassion and whatever, Odin exiled him to the worst place in the universe, New York. Ooh, you hate to see it. Thor's Asgardian body is immensely durable, immune to disease.
Powers: Asgardian mutant hybrid, energy manipulation, weather control, superhuman longevity, invulnerability, superhuman senses, rapid healing factor, super breath, flight, telepathy immunity, warrior's madness. It seems that those powers do look very useful whenever he has to be in combat, especially if any of those situations involve his brother Loki. But there are other foes aside from Loki, so yeah, always useful to have those in handy.
And capable of healing far faster than any mortal man. He's also the literal god of strength. We're talking lifting a planet-sized serpent strong, knocking out the Phoenix Force strong.
Wow.
Hercules and almost throwing the Earth out of orbit strong. Notably, he was blasted with a graviton bomb, which subjected him to the gravity of a neutron.
Thor was also hit with a gravitation beam, which supposedly increased his weight to infinity. He was still able to stand up and fight. Oh, so even though his weight was completely insanely severe, he was still able to stand up and keep on fighting. Wow, that is impressive, for a god at least.
Star. That's over 200 billion times greater than Earth's gravity.
Sheesh.
Stamina to match.
Nice. Able to fight for 40 days and 40 nights without stopping.
And what better weapon for the god of storms to wield than a sentient cosmic storm? Eons ago, the almighty god Tempest rampaged through the universe. It arrived in Asgard, and after a pitched battle, Odin managed to trap it within a block of the magical orb Uru that he would forge into his son's hammer, Mjolnir.
Wow.
What can be said about this beautiful thing, forged in the heart of a dying star that went super...
In Norse mythology, the reason for the short handle was because Loki was messing with the dwarves who made the hammer. Huh. So it seems that Loki was just being his usual trickster self. But then again, but then again, he is the god of misfortune. So, yeah, it seems that he picks on whoever he pleases.
Nova and kill the dinosaurs. Mjolnir is my favorite thing ever. He can channel bolts of lightning, manipulate the weather, open portal.
Weapons. Mjolnir contains the god Tempest, Worthiness Enchantment, returns to Thor's hand when thrown, Energy Absorption, God's Blast. Harnbjorn, cut through celestial armor. Meginhord, doubles Thor's strength. I see. So it seems that Mjolnir's not his only weapon. But it does tell who he is just by using his base weapon. So, yeah. It seems that Mjolnir's pretty much his weapon of choice.
To other dimensions and absorb and redirect energy attacks. Or just suck it out of your body against your will, like with this radiation dude. The presence. Not gonna be present for much longer, bud.
He's even used 2 Mjolnirs to absorb the power of the God Bomb, which would have killed every deity in existence across time and space.
That's
Wow.
just the tip of the iceberg. Mjolnir can transmute the elements, turn Thor invisible and intangible, let him travel through time, and even bring people back to life. And if Thor wants to fly, all he has to do is take it for a spin. Literally, he throws that motherfucker as hard as he can and holds on for dear life.
And when he does, it flies fast enough to cross the entire galaxy in seconds.
Only one problem. It's a little teeny. Unlike Thor's big-ass axe, Yarnbjorn, it's sharp enough to cut through celestial armor, and it's unbreakable, and an axe. Okay, look, it doesn't have a galaxy storm inside it, but it's still pretty cool. Oh shit, look, Wiz, I'm worthy.
No, you're not. There's no enchantment on the axe.
What the hell am I gonna do with this?
Oh.
But should he face an enemy beyond the likes of even his world-shattering strength, Thor can harness his inherent godly power into one single ultimate attack, the God Blast.
Wow.
Even Galactus, the devourer of worlds, shit his pants and bounced at the sight of such an awesome attack. Jesus, even the Avengers seem pretty small potatoes compared to this guy. Why did he even bother with them?
Because not every problem can be solved by hitting it really hard.
Bullshit.
That was the point of Odin's lesson, to force his headstrong son to confront a world more complex and nuanced than his millennia of battle had prepared him for. Thor had to be more than a warrior, he had to be a hero.
He's Battle-Thor, the Silver Surfer, and even the Sentry.
The Sentry is strong enough to contend with the Worldbreaker Hulk, a being strong enough to destroy the Marvel Universe over 100 times over.
As determined by Hulk versus Broly.
God of War, who can fight within the span of flank time. That's like the tiniest amount of time that we can imagine. There are as many flanks in a second as there are grains of sand on Earth. Oh wait, did I say Earth? I meant 10 million billion Earths.
Thor has
Wow.
disintegration beams trying to
Feats. Shook the universe with a thermal blast, succeeded Odin as king of Asgard, shattered the roots of Yggdrasil, snapped adamantium alloy cables, outsped a living planet across the solar system, kept fighting while impaled, defeated Hulk, Sentry, Surtur, and those who sit above in shadow. Wow. Those are some impressive feats, especially considering that he's a god who mostly lives on Earth.
And tear apart his atoms one by one, survived Mephisto trying to consume his soul, and even withstood a temporal rift that aged normal people to dust.
Oh, he's a hard bastard to kill, and even nastier when he loses his temper.
By entering a state known as Warrior's Madness, Thor commits an unpardonable sin in Asgardian society and willingly sacrifices his sanity for a tenfold increase in power.
Yeah, just like a really sweet lunk that talks like he's in Masterpiece Theater and dresses like he's in What's Opera Doc. Thor has struggled with being worthy of his father's legacy and throne. But no matter what unbelievable shit Marvel throws at him, Thor always rises to the occasion. Take the time this big machine called the...
Ready to start eating healthier? Meet Kachava. Kachava is the world's healthiest all-in-one meal shake.
Called the World Engine was controlling Yggdrasil, the world tree that connects 10 universe-sized realms.
The World Engine's purpose was to mechanically trick Yggdrasil into disrupting the natural flow of Ragnarok, the end of the world.
So Thor just pushed it and literally reversed the flow of fate. That's right, he outmuscled a giant multiversal tree and prevented Armageddon. Not a bad Saturday.
That's incredible.
Mysterious elder gods that manipulated the cycle of Ragnarok in the first place, ending it forever. So perhaps now when you look up at the thundering sky, you won't fear the god's capricious wrath.
Because you'll know it's just Thor, the god of thunder, kicking ass and saving the day.
Wow. Alright, now Vegeta.
Planet Vegeta, home to the bloodthirsty warrior race known as the Saiyans, and named for their mighty leader, King Vegeta. Noting the Saiyans' proficiency in genocide, the alien emperor King Cold and his son Frieza contracted them to be their personal hit squad, conquering worlds in their name.
But when Frieza felt these monkeys were getting a bit too uppity for their own good, he nuked them in their whole planet.
The king was dead, leaving his young son, the Prince Vegeta, alone. Burning a grudge against Frieza for wounding.
Age 68. So close. I get it. Height 5'5", 164 centimeters. Weight 123 pounds, 56 kilograms. Prince of all Saiyans. Trained by God of Destruction Beerus. Likes Bulma, his children, karaoke, pink shirts. Dislikes Frieza, losing to Kakarot, Tien. Okay, some of those likes and dislikes could be debatable, but hey, I'm not gonna argue with what his preferences are.
His ancestral pride, Vegeta awaited the moment he could extract his revenge.
As one of Frieza's former top enforcers, Veggie was trained from birth to be one of the greatest warriors in the universe.
It helps that planet Vegeta had a gravity 10 times greater than that of Earth's, making his natural physiology significantly stronger and more durable than a human's.
As in, making the whole friggin' Earth shake just by throwing hands.
And like all Saiyans, Vegeta can harness his ki, or inner life force, as a physical energy to make him even stronger, faster, and tougher than that.
Or literally shoot it at your opponent to blow him to kingdom come. That's right, Vegeta can point and click a planet out of existence with his soul. Man, that's
wow.
He can use ki to fly at faster than light speeds, slice you to pieces with an energy blade, and even hold you in place with energy rings.
So, let's be real, Vegeta's favorite attacks can be summed up with big-ass laser. He's got the purple big-ass laser, two-handed big-ass laser, rapid-fire big-ass laser, exploding ball big-ass laser, and fucking omnidirectional your-ass-is grass big-ass laser. Though I gotta say, my favorite is the mouth-wide-open vomit big-ass laser, though that's more of a Nappa thing.
Okay. Whoa.
Impressive key mastery, Boomstick.
It hurts when I breathe.
Vegeta's most terrible...
Okay. Arsenal abilities. God Key, Flight, Final Explosion, Gallic Gun, Spirit Sword, Final Flash, Lokuragun, Gamma Burst Flash, Final Impact, Big Bang Attack, Hakai. Spirit Control, Instant Transmission, Spirit Fission, Fusion. Transformations, Super Saiyan 1, Ascended, 2, Super Saiyan God Blue, Evolved, Ultra Ego. Those do seem to be some incredible abilities. But then again, he could try to catch up with his rival Goku, so yeah. But hey, at least he's trying his best.
Terrifying ability, however, is the one inherent to his Saiyan biology. Whenever a Saiyan survives a life or death struggle, their power increases exponentially. That's what Frieza was so terrified of, the Saiyan's infinite evolutionary potential.
So it's no wonder Vegeta eventually toppled the alien tyrant with the help of another surviving Saiyan, Kakarot.
And with Frieza's defeat at the hands of this earthbound Super Saiyan, Vegeta had a new rival and a new goal.
Become blonde! No battle required. Vegeta can harness the rage of his Saiyan heritage and transform into a Super Saiyan 2 and a Super Saiyan 2.
But try as he might, Vegeta struggled to keep up with Goku's ever-increasing power.
That's right.
Help that Veggie is maybe the single cockiest bastard to ever have existed. Yeah, sure, dude. Let Cell become perfect. Nah, we'll be fine. Hope your spine is doing all right. Dumbass.
Though Vegeta did manage to accomplish something that even Goku couldn't do on his own, becoming a god.
Once he and Goku met the god of destruction, Beerus, they had a whole new lineup of martial artists to conquer, with some angelic training to boot.
With Spirit Fission, Vegeta can forcibly absorb an opponent's ki with every strike.
And he even learned...
While Vegeta has technically learned instant transmission, he has not mastered it and does not rely on it in battle similar to Goku. Oh, so even though he knows how to use instant transmission, he doesn't often use it when he's fighting other opponents. So, I guess he's not really the fan of the element of surprise.
Goku's patented instant transmission, allowing him to teleport huge distances.
But most importantly, with God Ki, he can go even
After learning the Super Saiyan God form, a Saiyan can partially tap into its power without fully transforming, allowing them to boost their base form to similar heights. I see. So the God form increases the power of their base forms, making their base forms to be more powerful than any of their Super Saiyan forms. Well, that does seem impressive.
further beyond and become a Super Saiyan God, a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Evolved.
His power got completely insane. The dude was strong enough to destroy the room of spirit.
Feats. Crushed Goku in their first fight, overmaneuvered Frieza and his forces on Namek, destroyed planet Arlia effortlessly, held his own against Kid Buu for several minutes, trained under hundreds of times Earth's gravity, scales to Goku and Beerus' universe-busting power, defeated semi-perfect Cell, Frost, Golden Frieza, and Toppo. Wow. No one else could match those feats. Although there could be a slight chance that Thor could brush off those feats. But the same could be said for Vegeta of brushing off Thor's feats. We'll know who's the best when we see the battle.
Spirit in time, an entirely separate dimension, just by powering up.
When Goku fought Beerus, he nearly destroyed the universe. And that was the very first time he ever went Super Saiyan God.
Considering we've measured Dragon Ball
as determined in Beerus and Galaxia.
And since the shockwaves of their punches traveled across the universe in seconds, Goku would have had to be punching that fast too.
And that's not accounting for Vegeta's training in various exponential transformations. When an amount of power is measured by how many universes it can destroy, that power itself becomes incomprehensible.
Oh, we're not done. Vegeta can tap into the same monstrous energy Beerus has, destruction energy. And when he does, he can perform Hakai and erase your ass from existence entirely. It erases you physically, spiritually, and even temporally, as in it wipes you from time itself.
Such is the might of a god of destruction. For when Vegeta wants to go one step beyond, he seizes that very power. He becomes a warrior fueled only by lust for battle. He becomes Ultra Ego.
Wow.
Big enough before. His Widow's Peak probably has its own zip code by now.
As the offensive counterpart to Goku's Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego Vegeta is a veritable juggernaut, able to absorb any hits that come his way and return them even stronger.
It's wild.
My
this man has
word.
a Napoleon complex. He's one of the biggest badasses ever to exist.
In a way, failing to beat Goku was probably the best thing for him. Vegeta's whole life was spent rebelling against the humiliation of his race, trying to prove his worth by being the best. By contrast, Goku's self-improvement was never stunted by his ego and insecurities. In realizing that... Where's the Timonist?
He's getting a haircut.
He's getting a haircut.
Not just any haircut.
Supercuts. They get me in and out in no time when I check in on the app.
In realizing that, Vegeta became more than a fighter, but a husband and a father as well, willing to sacrifice himself for what mattered most.
And Vegeta got a taste of that himself when he hooked up with Bulma for some Super Saiyan sexy time. Getting to beat Frieza's golden ass probably didn't hurt either. He may not always win, but he'll never be put down for long. So be sure to practice your groveling, because this is one prince you don't want to piss off.
Right.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's do this. There's Thor doing his work. Oh. Wow.
Hello there, mighty warrior. What business havest thou upon earth?
Throw that hammer at me again, and my business will be polishing my gloves upon your face!
Didst that count?
Here we go.
Damn little cur. Thou fights well for a mortal. Alas, you face a god.
I have evolved beyond gods.
My word.
And the prince of all Saiyans, and you can burn in hell! Big Bang attack!
Whoa.
Thou art unworthy.
Oh man, it's gonna be close.
Tell me, does a god such as yourself feel fear?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Feel heaven's wrath!
Whoa! What? Whoa!
He's a natural blonde.
Despite Vegeta's immense power and tenacity, the God of Thunder had him outmatched in several key areas.
First off, the big one, who was stronger.
Despite being up against the God of...
If Thor was given the Thor Force, he'd scale to multiversal level feats from the likes of Odin, furthering the gap in power. Oh, so if he was given that, he'd be stronger than his own father. But it's best that he wasn't too overpowered. Otherwise, the final blow would have been more catastrophic. So good on him.
Strength. Vegeta actually matched up pretty closely with Thor. Both could output power far in excess of destroying a single universe.
It's always tough to get an exact number for Dragon Ball Super's most powerful characters, but we can combine the size of Universe 7 with multipliers from Vegeta's transformations to get a rough estimate.
It's important to note that Ultra Ego's power boost has never been stated, but we do know that Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta were roughly even in power. When Goku applied a Kaioken times 20 boost to fight Jiren, Vegeta kept up after going Blue Evolved, implying that both increases in power are roughly the same increase. Similarly, Blue Vegeta matched base Top, and needed Blue Evolved to keep up with Top's God.
It was later confirmed in an interview with Tayataro that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku is still weaker than several beings in his universe, including Broly. Hence, Vegeta's Ultra Ego likely cannot scale to Broly's full power. I see. So even though Goku and Vegeta's mastered Ultras make them stronger than before, they're still weaker than several other beings in their universe, including Broly. Well, that would be a problem considering that Vegeta fought a character that wasn't from his universe. So there's that.
Destruction form, which is extremely similar to Ultra Ego in theme and purpose. Given this is the best current example of a measurable form akin to Ultra Ego, we can assume that Ultra Ego's boosted power, at least initially, could be extremely similar in terms of a percentage increase, making Ultra Ego's original state about 20.
Savage Hulk has battled Hyperion, who survived the collision of two universes at the same time. This also excludes Warrior's Madness, which would multiply Thor's power another 10 times. I see. So, in a way, Thor's Warrior Madness would make himself 10 times powerful, and that is what made him more powerful than Ultra Ego Vegeta. It makes sense now.
20 times more powerful than Blue Evolved. With that in mind, Vegeta at his peak could destroy a universe roughly 260,000 times over.
And Thor was pretty close to that. Taking a look at the Marvel Universe's size, which has a radius of at least 1 trillion light years, as well as scaling to the Worldbreaker Hulk.
This is stated by Starbrand, who possesses an incredible and precise understanding of the cosmos, confirming this estimation's legacy. So it's been confirmed that this could be what gave Thor the winning blow that he needed. That's nice to know.
The Worldbreaker Hulk, Thor ended up only about 10 times stronger.
Not terribly different, and it's definitely possible Vegeta's power could increase during the fight to match it.
But even if he was stronger, it wasn't the only thing that mattered. Ultra Ego's damage absorption could only do so much against an opponent like Thor.
Vegeta may have trained as a warrior from birth, but Thor has been fighting for millennia against a much wider variety of foes, allowing him to adapt to Vegeta fairly easily.
And the fact that Thor was way faster gave him a lot of leeway to use that extra combat experience.
Applying Vegeta's transformation multipliers to the shockwaves from Goku and Beerus' punches, Vegeta should be able to fight at nearly 300 quintillion times the speed of light.
But scaling to Ares, moving within Planck time, Thor would be over 70 quadrillion.
Even assuming Vegeta's transformations increase his speed proportionally, it wouldn't be enough to close this speed gap. I see. So even if Vegeta's transformations do make him faster, he's not as fast as Thor when he accomplished all his feats. Well, it seems like that's another point for Thor.
Trillion times faster.
More than fast enough to avoid Vegeta's key attacks, and even more importantly, absorb all of them with Mjolnir. This alone could shut down all of Vegeta's ranged attacks.
Sure, Veggie could absorb it back with Spirit Vision, but he'd have to hit Thor first. And with that much of a speed difference, that's easier said than done. And since Thor can just will the energy out of somebody, he could just take it right back. And then some.
Even without absorption, Vegeta's ki reserves are not infinite, and many of his battles have ended with him at low energy. He was exhausted by the end of the Tournament of Power, which lasted about 1 hour in total.
Meanwhile, Thor fought an army for over a month straight.
Theoretically, Vegeta could have ended the fight immediately with Hakai, if not for the fact that Thor has resisted existence erasure before, including physically, spiritually, and temporally.
Meanwhile, Vegeta had no way to match the God Blast, which could have killed friggin' Galactus. And that guy has threatened the infinite multiverse with destruction just as a side effect of his battles. That's a level of power beyond anything we've seen in Dragon Ball yet, let alone Vegeta.
Vegeta was never going to go down easy, but Thor's raw power, speed, and devastating godly abilities were too much for the Prince of All Saiyans.
Vegeta nearly won until Thor blew his mind.
You might say that pun was kind of terrible.
You don't do puns! We've talked about this! My thing.
Well, the winner is Thor.
Congratulations, Thor.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be jumping into the next matchup next week. But you can always get more depth.
And congrats on all the people who worked on
right
it.
over there, and by downloading the battle music linked down below.
Next time, Omni-Man versus Homelander. Whoa. So that there was Thor versus Vegeta, and Thor came out victoriously. And the next death battle will be Omni-Man versus Homelander. Two Superman wannabes. Only time will tell, well, more like only stats will tell who is superior. So, yeah. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.